your puppy?
Okay, we're back. We're live. We're here on Thursday, 12 noon, the beginning of our broadcast day, and we always do Aloha United. We stand right here in the downtown, the what do they call it? The center of downtown, Pioneer Plaza, in our studio here, Think Tech Hawaii. I'm Jay Fidel, and to my left is Emily Mendez-Bryant. She's director of Big Gifts for Aloha United Way, and to her left is Jody Shiroma. I didn't get it exactly straight. Some people think that she's the corporate vice goddess of Aloha United Way. Other people think she's the vice president of marketing and communications.
Yeah. Thanks,
so which
Jay.
is it? Never mind. And I'm talking about women today, one of my favorite subjects in the world. I think women are fabulous.
Yes.
All of them.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk about Women United We Stand. Aloha United.
We
Women
stand,
United.
yeah.
Okay. So beyond that, I can't imagine what we're going to discuss,
Sure.
except women in general. So what do you think about women in general?
Emily, are you going to
Wow,
answer that?
I know, that's such a broad question. Okay, so I'm thinking of more of the philanthropy world with the
Okay,
women.
fair enough.
And I think that because of the leadership and the demographic of women, it's becoming more increasingly apparent that they are giving more. And I think we looked at national...
As donors.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
interesting.
We were looking at numbers, and I think it was 64% give more.
That
than-
Hawaii or everywhere?
That's national, yeah.
Interesting.
And I think there's a variety of different reasons why, including that, you know, they're taking more leadership positions in corporations.
I mean, it wasn't always thus?
Yes.
It was different before?
It was different before.
Were they 50-50 or below 50-50?
We don't have that information, but it has been increasing because of, you know, opportunities that are available to women and increasing basically their net worth. And so
They think it might be because they, dominate the family finances.
that too,
I
they
know
had
some
talked
people
about
like that.
Yeah, I know, right? And also that they just want to give back to the community. We found that the women want to give to a diverse group of nonprofit organizations versus just one cause. And they really want to just make that difference, make an impact in the community.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You got to go with changing times, don't you?
You do.
When you see that things are evolving, and it's like, there are changes going on, and you have to identify the changes and be smart about it, be thoughtful about it, be incisive about it, and then you have to roll with that. You have
Right.
to capitalize on that as a sea change that actually affects us. And it affects you, because you have to find the people who are the most likely donors. So when did you discover this?
So in 2006,
On June 4th.
I'm just trying to think of specifically for Aloha United Way. There was a committee that was established. This is before my time, but I think there was, before my time with Aloha United Way, but there was already talks about developing an affinity group for women. And I think the momentum has grown and increased. Now there's 155 across the world.
Affinity groups.
Affinity groups.
And one of them
called
is right here.
Exactly, yeah. So we're excited because we know that this is an area that we can grow and expand and, of course, be on this fabulous show and tell you more about. Our Women United group has been typically event-driven, and we'll talk more about the fundraising opportunity that we have coming up. But we want to grow it into a real, true affinity group like the other affinity groups across the world, which encompasses lots of different programs and services.
Alexa, what's affinity?
I can't find the answer to the question.
Well, that's fine, Emily. That means we're going to ask Jody.
Okay.
Jody, what's affinity?
So Affinity Group is a group that we target. So we have subgroups within the confines of the United Way system. So nationally, there's different affinity groups that they target. So there's Latinos, there's African Americans, there's LGBT, There's the Society of Young Leaders, which we spoke about last year. So we, in Honolulu, since we're somewhat of a melting pot, so to speak.
Oh, yeah.
We actually,
The best melting pot.
the best melting
one
pot ever, right?
Anywhere.
So we focus on 2 affinity groups here. We actually focus on the Society of Young Leaders, and we focus on women. And so those are the 2 that we actually have embraced and are cultivating here at Aloha United Way. So it's a group of people that you basically focus on.
What I hear, inter alia, which is a legal term for between the lines, is there are other possibilities too.
Yeah.
It's not the end with these 2
No.
affinity groups.
Oh,
You might
sure.
find some others that you like, that you think are worthy. I mean, for example, you know, I sat on the opera board, and they had the lawyer group and the doctor
yeah.
group, and the idea was that if you brought the group together, they would reinforce the notion of giving.
Right.
And it worked.
Yeah,
you know?
and actually we do, from a fundraising and campaign perspective, we have targeted groups like the attorneys group, physicians. We have a Nippon club, which targets Japanese owned businesses. So we do have subsets, realtors, and so to speak. But from these 2 groups, we've extracted out, and we actually do more than just cultivate financially. We actually go out and do community service. We're actually asking them to be champions for a specific cause or area within the confines of the Aloha United Way structure. So it's a little bit more than just bringing a group of people together to raise money for us. We're actually asking them to champion a cause or an area and be part of something bigger than themselves, not just a transactional transaction.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. Alexa, thank you too.
You're welcome.
She's fabulous. She's a woman.
Yeah, she's female.
You bet. Okay, Emily. So now we know what an affinity group is. How do you build one?
That's a great question. I think, like I had talked about, you know, originally in 2006, they had a chair who wanted to champion this affinity group and then develop a committee that would actually get the group going. There's been some ups and downs, and recently we relaunched it again. I think that's the trend within the Women United affinity groups across Aloha United Ways. And we're trying to develop an event where it drives people to understand what it's all about and where we can go with it. And so we have this chocolate champagne and couture for a cause event coming up. Shall I talk about it?
Yes, but first I want to ask you one question.
Sure.
We introduced you, I assume this is accurate, as the director of Big Gifts.
Yes.
So, qu'est-ce que c'est the relationship of an affinity group like the Women's Affinity Group and Big Gifts? I mean, is it that within this particular affinity group you see the realization of your mission to, round up big gifts?
I think within my responsibilities, it's a huge breadth of different areas. And the affinity groups, there's a potential of, there's business and community leaders that are women who already fall in the big gifts category. We have the Tocqueville Society, which I talked about last time, and that's $10,000 or more annually. And we have several women, if I were to count it, that are part of that group already. So this is just kind of expanding it and getting more people involved in this demographic, but also entertaining possibilities of being that Tocqueville Society member or a planned gift member. There's all these other avenues that people can be part of.
You want to bring them into the family.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to bring them in close.
And what fits their need too.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about the event and how that advances this notion.
So this is the 3rd year we're doing it, and we're really excited because we kind of have a different...
Chocolate, champagne, and couture.
Yeah.
This is not for men.
It can be.
Okay.
I'm expecting you to be there.
Sure.
And key thing is for a cause. Do I show this?
Yeah. Watch.
Okay.
Okay, here. Okay, there we go. See that?
Jay,
Jay.
over there.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
No.
Okay, I can do this. All right. Okay, wait. There. We're going to do this. It's a training program. Okay.
Down. that
Good
way.
moves, yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's, now they have presumably seen it.
Yes.
It looks like a cartoon.
I wouldn't say cartoon. I'd say more like comic book theme.
Couture.
Oh,
Couture.
couture. And so what's cool is that we kind of went to a different branding of this comic book theme where, you know, it's actually pretty trendy right now where you have different things that are coming out in regards to superheroes. And so we were like, oh, what can we do to make it really exciting and different for this event? And so we were going toward that avenue, and we came up with this theme, which is, like you said, more cartoon, comic book theme, but fun and exciting and different.
Okay, so this is part of the marketing.
Yes.
This is part of Jody's territory now. You guys are working together on this event, I take it.
Yes.
Correct.
So what do you do with this, Jody? I mean, now that you have this really nice graphic, this is really sort of engaging. You want to know more about it, look at it. But what do you do with it? You leave it on street corners? Do you send it in the mail?
We don't leave it on the street corners. Definitely not. We have, so this is our third event, or third year that we're putting on the event, and as Emily had shared, we actually have a mailing list. So we've collected information from those that participated in the past. So we did a save the date, which is this. We sent it both through the mail and also through an email blast. We have it on our Facebook site. We're doing, those that are not part of the mix, we cold called them. We included them as part of our target list.
To get them into the mix,
Yeah, definitely. And then through relationships that we have, whether it's through the committee members, through our board members, or individuals within our company that have relationships with women at specific organizations that we feel would be a good partner of ours. We've actually also sent out information to them as well. So a lot of it is cultivating. It's cultivating new relationships and just continuing to cultivate the ones that currently exist, and maintaining strong partnerships with them. You know, it's really important for us. And so like Emily had shared, we rebranded for this third year. We wanted to modernize it a bit more, make it a little bit more cooler, hipper.
This is cool.
Yeah, and still appeal to a diverse group of women, from 21-year-olds all the way to 60 plus.
When you say cool, and you made it more cool, sounds like you were moving to younger. Moving
yeah,
to
I think,
millennials,
yes.
trying to get them involved.
Yeah, we're very conscious of being inclusive of a wide demographic of ages when we're targeting things. In one of the prior shows, we talked about millennials, and Aloha United Way is making a really conscious effort of bringing them into the fold. We're 97 years old this year, and so we know.
You don't look it. Neither one of you.
Thank you.
In fact, nobody I ever met from Aloha United. Everybody is at least young at heart.
Yeah, young at
Yeah,
heart,
that's for sure.
definitely.
That's for
But the
sure.
organization is, we're 97. So with that, our rightfully so, our donor base tends to skew a little bit older. So we understand that we need to continue developing a younger donor base, and we don't want to be dismissive of a new generation of donors. And so that was very conscious when we decided to rebrand, to make sure that across the board it would appeal, not just to millennials, not just to Gen Xers, not just to seniors, or but everybody across the board.
That's really important. That's
Yeah.
that's what we were talking about at the beginning of the show. You have to recognize, see changes, and
Yes.
see how they relate to you, and then get on.
Yeah.
So you've done that.
Yeah, and we keep, this fundraiser itself, chocolate, champagne, and couture, they're all things women enjoy. We love chocolate.
Don't tell me how it works, because we're going to take a break.
Okay.
We're all going to think about chocolates, strawberries, and champagne,
Okay.
and then we'll come back.
Okay, thanks.
Aloha United Way. We'll be right back.
Thanks, Jay.
Aloha, I'm Kaui Lucas, host of Hawaii is My Mainland, here on Think Tech Hawaii every Friday at 3 p.m. We address issues of importance for those of us who live here on the most isolated landmass on the planet. Please come join me Fridays at 3 p.m. Mahalo.
Hello, I'm Stephen Katz, and I'm the host of Shrink Wrap, which comes to you live every Tuesday at 3 p.m. on thinktechhawaii.com, and then it's repeated again whenever you want if you go to the website. On our show, we will be talking to all different kinds of therapists, psychologists, psychoanalysts, psychiatrists, people who talk about the mind, the brain, and about different ways to find happiness. I myself am a marriage and family therapist in practice here in Hawaii, and I hope you will join us because I've got a lot to learn, you've got a lot to learn, and it's a great ride. Thanks a lot. See you soon.
Aloha, namaskar, and hello. My name is Anu Hittel, and I host the show called Climate Change Beyond Outrage. We go beyond outrage to find solutions to climate problems facing people, nations, and the world. I hope you will join me here every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. We broadcast live from thinktechhawaii.com. Aloha and bye-bye.
Aloha, I'm Keli'i Akina with the Grassroots Institute of Hawaii, and one of our delights is to be partnered with Think Tech Hawaii and produce programs every week. Every Monday at 2 o'clock, we have a show called E Hana Kako, which means let's work together. So we bring people from all across the nation and the country, and certainly throughout the islands together here to talk with them about how to work together, and how to work together to do the following: to build a better economy, a better government, a better society. So if you're interested in the research of our think tank, the Grassroots Institute, or if you're interested in how that's applied at the governmental and community and business levels, you'll enjoy the fascinating conversations with our guests on E Hana Kako every week on Think Tech Hawaii at 2 o'clock on Mondays. Until our next show, I'll see you. Aloha.
Okay, we're back, we're live, and this is Aloha United We Stand. We're talking about Women United We Stand today with Jody Shiroma, Emily Mendez-Bryant, and if you were watching before, you would notice that something is different. What is different here? It's a short exam. There's another person! And it's Crystal Pancipani, who is a stylist of clothing and attire for women.
Yes.
And also sometimes men.
And men. I think
men,
there's no
I heard that.
difference. You
Yeah.
know, both people need style.
Yeah.
I'm here to help.
Okay, all right, I like that. I've been
She's
meaning to
good.
ask you about
Yes,
my shirt. So, you know, just to summarize, we've been talking about chocolate, champagne, and couture.
Yes.
And, you know, Emily and Jody have told us about, you know, the origins of this event, what it means, why, what, you know, but what we skipped is what happens.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that now.
I-
So with your relationship then, we need to know your relationship
Right.
with chocolate, champagne, and couture.
Well, when this first started, I actually was approached with Women United. I'm in fashion. I'm a woman, I'm a mom, I work in the community, and I think in fashion and beauty and what I do, it's a universal language that we women unite and we have fun in one day, and it's for a cause. And when they approached me a couple years back, they gave me the opportunity to host a great fashion event, because we women love fashion. We want trends. We want to be wined and dined. We love chocolate. And at the
You
same
mind if I
time,
make notes about this?
yes, guys, take note. And we love to empower each other for something greater than what we stand for individually. And I was awarded as an honorary member, and that whole event was basically dedicated to a lot of the work that I do in this community. And, you know, I always believe that fashion is so much more than a vanity purpose of flipping a magazine. I'm like, oh God, you know, I can't afford that. It really is something that really touches every single person. And in Hawaii, it does exist. And it also allows us to dream a little bigger and stand together. And when we all are together at this one event, we put that all in one, in a 2-hour event. You raise a lot of money. We have a whole lot of fun, and in a good cause. And it's, you know, we all get something. We take back something at the end of the day.
Okay, I have a couple of questions
Sure.
and points to respond to that. Are you suggesting that when my wife says, no, I can't afford it, or no, we can't afford it,
Uh-huh.
I should tell her not to worry?
No. What do you mean about affording? Like, what is she asking?
What
It
do you mean
depends.
about not affording?
I mean, I think it's not about what you can afford or what you can't. I mean, there's things that even myself as a stylist dream of. I work with all these great clothes and dresses, and it's not just shopping, right? A lot of it, it's allowing us to feel like a woman. So when you're saying, okay, I can't afford something, but there's something that we can work towards or save towards and treat ourselves. So it doesn't have to be every day, and it doesn't have to be completely over the top. But if it makes you a little happy, you'll be happier too.
Oh, yes.
See?
I know how that works. Let me write that down, too.
Yeah.
So I am hoping, I'm expecting,
Yeah.
I would imagine that at the Champagne, Chocolate, and Couture event, you're there.
I am.
And that you're speaking and
Yes.
you're getting everybody excited the way you
Yes.
are now.
Yes, actually, this whole idea was, to create a great fashion show. We want to see the trends. We want to kind of feel like we're in New York and sitting front row. And that's where my expertise and my team come in. And we produce a wonderful fashion show. And I work with so many outlets, Ala Moana, Modern Luxury, Editorial. So we brought it all together. And spring is always a season, a new season, because it's always changing.
True, yes.
And through my connections, I work with great corporations that host these kind of shopping parties. So this year, I was able to help connect Nordstrom, who's opening in a couple of weeks, with Aloha United Way. So this year, they're going to even do a bigger and better show.
So it sounds like you didn't just wake up one morning and say, I think I'd like to be a stylist.
No,
there was
not at
more
all.
to it than that. What was there to it?
The thing is, I'm a local girl. I grew up in Wahiawa. I'm born and raised, and I was a girl who dreamed that one day in Hawaii, we will have the same outlets like New York. So in my diaries from when I was little, I would call it the big pineapple. And when I was little, I was, always went to the beach. I never cared. I'm like, Mom, what is that LV bag? I'm like, no. But, I dreamed, and I remember once a year growing up, coming into town, and I would see that big water can. I don't know if you remember that water can at Dole Cannery. It was a big pineapple.
Sure.
And when we hooked around the corner.
People always just say, is it ripe?
I know. What is that? Or what is that smell? But I knew. I was like, oh, that is my LA. And we shopped all day, once a year for school.
Really?
And that was what I looked forward to, even though I wasn't that person. And then, my life kind of changed just in every direction. I was in marketing, I was in corporate, but I did hair and makeup since I was 15, because, in Wahiawa, there's no celebrity makeup artist or stylist. Like, you went into your Kid and Caboodle and borrowed your Wet n Wild makeup.
Very practical community, yeah.
So, but I was like, I can make you over, $20, girls, come on. Oh. So, and that was my way of reaching out and making friends. And till this day, from being 15 until now, it's really followed me through my career. And then one day I just decided, I'm going to quit the corporate job. I need to be able to take care of my child. I have a daughter who's 12, and not miss the school dance or not miss her thing. So I started my own company, and from one makeover to the next, and became a production
What's the name
company.
of the company, from one
Ponce.
makeover to the next?
Actually, that's a good blog.
That is
Maybe
good.
It's Ponce Style, and I also now have an agency that represents creative artists like myself who go against the grain from corporate. I'm a makeup artist at a counter, or I'll do your nails or makeup.
That's what we do here, too.
Yeah.
We go against the grain.
We go against the grain. We make
Out of the
our
box.
own. We're
Disruptive.
freelance. Yeah, and we go from one production to
Which
the next.
takes me to a point about fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a dinner party this past weekend, and I ran into my old buddy, Melissa White.
Yeah, I know Melissa.
Okay.
Love her.
She's fabulous. You can probably get her
Another
to be
power
involved
mom
also.
with a dream.
Exactly, and
Taking notes.
she was a technology person. Maybe she still is, but more than anything, overarching, she's a fashion industry person. She participates in the Fashion Week or Fashion Month,
Yeah.
as it is, and she has a fashion incubator
Right.
down in Ward.
I
and all
remember
that.
being in the beginning. We were all part of this kind of group that really wanted to carve out this space in Hawaii in the fashion industry, and we sat in a panel when Paula Rath, she's a very celebrated fashion editor in media, and I was in college, and she was one of my mentors, and Melissa was this on the same board.
The whole point about it is that fashion is an industry.
It is.
And it doesn't have a lock, or no city has a lock on fashion.
No.
New York, Paris, Tokyo, Any city can be a fashion city.
Yeah.
And we have colors, and we have light, and we have design, we have creativity. We can be, to a certain extent we are, but we can be much more fashion-centered.
Yeah.
And what I hear is, in this program about champagnes and strawberries, that's one of the draw points.
Yes.
It's not just that you can go out and write a check at Nordstrom's.
No.
It's that you can participate in the development of local fashion,
Exactly.
which means a lot to Hawaii.
Exactly. And I think, and one thing, the beautiful thing in Hawaii is that we all support something and we all love events and we love to do something for a cause. So if a friend is having an event and you're like, well, if this purchase is going to benefit Aloha United Way, well, that really validates this purchase and it makes us feel good inside and it, ingrains in our brain, like, we did make a little bit of a difference, even if it was just shopping for that cute shirt.
We're going to take a break, but before we do, I have to know, Jody, how you found her.
Crystal?
Yeah.
Everybody knows Crystal.
It's a last
not a
name. Like,
question.
after you
Not
say
a
it
question.
twice, then they just don't. They forget the first name, and they're like Pancipani, and I'm like,
Okay, now we're ready for a break. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. You'll see.
Aloha, my name is Justina Spiritu, and I'm the co-host of Hawaii Farmers Series. This is my co-host, Matthew Johnson, and you can catch us every Thursday at 4 p.m. at thinktechhawaii.com. What do we talk about, Matt?
So on Hawaii Farmers Series, we're going to be bringing on the farmers and also supporter of farmers, including restaurants, caterers, as well as government supporters and nonprofits to hear their background stories and understanding our local ag community just a little bit better.
Yeah, essentially there's a lot more that goes into farming and the local food community beyond just producing the food. And we want to feature and get the background story on all these folks and see how we all work together as a community. So join us every Thursday. Aloha.
Aloha! Hello, my name is Patrick Bratton. I'm host at Global Connections here at Think Tech Hawaii. We broadcast live every Thursday at 1 p.m. We bring Hawaii to the world and the world to Hawaii, talking about international events and various things of interest to the audience. Please join me. I look forward to talking with you and having you get to meet some of my guests. Aloha.
Aloha, my name is Carl Campagna. I'm the host of Think Tech Hawaii's Education Movers, Shakers, and Reformers. You can see our show every Wednesday at noon at 12 p.m. on thinktechhawaii.com, as well as visiting YouTube and finding the link for the show there. The show is also aired on OC16. We look forward to seeing you on the show. We have many wonderful guests, including Joan Husted, Corey Rosenlee, where we talk about the very important issues of education for our keiki. We look forward to seeing you there. Mahalo.
Okay, we're back. We're live, and I was asking Crystal during the break whether she ever has to take downers at this point.
I think we're women.
We have some, I know.
We're women, so it just depends on the month.
Excitement is good. Okay, so I want to get to, we have about 15 minutes left, and I want to do two things. I want to look at the video that you have about chocolates and champagnes and
Couture. Do you know what couture is?
yes. I speak French. That's the only reason, yeah. Okay, here's the video. So you guys, can you describe what's happening here?
Yeah, so that's the fashion show we did with Nordstrom. This is our president and CEO, Cindy Adams. These are just a bunch of women that attended the event. They're enjoying some champagne.
It's fabulous. It's like you basically walk in and you feel like a celebrity. And you have girl time, you have all these handsome men that greet you. They take whatever you want, they give you a glass of champagne, you interact and make new friends. You see what items, you can auction off. Look, she's getting a massage. This is like a girl's dream
Where
day.
did this take place?
At the Royal Hawaiian Hotel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah, she's waving and auctioning her party, and it's just cheersing, and it's
Oh.
camaraderie, and
Auctions too, huh? Yeah.
and basically,
Oh,
and you learn
fashion
what's
show, yeah.
exactly. You learn what the spring trends are, and then women are inspired. Whether it's like, oh, I can wear this for work, or that's my body type, or just allow them to kind of give them some ideas.
You organized this?
I
The
did.
fashion show, anyway.
did.
yeah. Where are the models from?
Oh,
You
they're
guys
all
were the
here.
models?
No.
They should be. We need power. The models here are from all of the agencies.
Ah,
Yeah.
the local models.
They're local models. And Nordstrom, as a fashion office, does such an exquisite production. And I'm excited for this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be bigger and better.
Oh, there we are. It almost looked like we were there at the event.
Fun
Maybe
time.
this is a sign of future times. Yeah. Okay, so how do you set this up, Emily?
Ooh, good question. So right now we have a committee internally. So it comprises of me and Jody, as well as Crystal. She helps us, and other people on the staff. And we pretty much drill down of what has to happen. And it comes from making sure that the mission is, raise money, but also hone in that the monies that we do raise go back to the community. So one of the key pieces is that we are focusing on raising money for women initiatives that go toward our community impact areas of education, poverty prevention, and safety net. So it's a lot of work, obviously, but I think with the internal committee as well as developing volunteers in the community, that will help us put it all together and then have fabulous sponsors, including Nordstrom. We have Honolulu Star Advertiser, High Luxury, as our title sponsor. We also have Alaska Airlines, and as you saw, Queens was present, and they provided massage and swag bag goodies and a lot of good, fun things. And do you want to mention a few more?
And this year we have Pro Service coming on board, so we're
Oh,
excited
pro
about
service,
that.
major. Yeah.
Yep.
We have it's a really, Kinetic Productions did all of the video footage. Neon Republic did all of the graphic design. We have a bunch of companies that come out for the silent auction items. The Royal put a package together. The Sheraton Waikiki. We had chocolate favors from Honolulu Chocolate Company. So we had fortune cookies. I mean, it's just a really great event. A lot of support from the community to make this a highly successful event from partners like
It sure
Crystal,
looked like it on
Nordstrom,
the
and
film.
everyone in between. Yeah.
So, Crystal,
Yeah.
you're this, in terms of the program now at the event, the fashion show seems to be, aside from
It's
the
the
food,
highlight.
It's the highlight.
Yeah, it's like you buying a ticket to go see Cirque du Soleil or Lion King. I mean, it's for women. That's what we want to go see. It's like going to see the ballet, but you're going with your girlfriends and you're getting dressed up.
Do men come?
Yeah.
They bring their wives and girlfriends?
I think it's open to everyone, but women like to kind of have all their girlfriends all together, and so they can have cheers and toast, and something about being part of around your girlfriends allows you to be just fun and excited and enjoying life
And the
all over
fashion
again.
show are local fashions, or are they national fashions?
It's national, yes. So it's this year is going to be Nordstrom, and it's a spring trend show.
When is it going to be?
May 14th.
May 14th. Okay, write that down.
May 14th.
At the Royal Hawaiian again. Okay,
Yes.
write that down. and how can you actually sign up while I'm thinking about it? How do I reserve my table?
Well, you can give us
You
a
have
check
the-
right after this.
Yeah. Come down to the studio right now.
No, you, Jay, specifically.
We expect you to be
We
there.
can make it happen either way. But you can get tickets online.
Yes.
And there's also invites, and different partners are actually really trying to spread the word. But I think the best is word of mouth, and then going to Aloha United Way's website and clicking on
So,
see
but
forward.
you do need to reserve.
Yes.
You
Yes,
do need to sign
yes,
up
it
and-
does sell
Right.
out. I mean, the past couple, we were kind of,
Sell out? Really?
It does sell
How
out.
many people does it sell out?
Well, last year we had about 150 people in attendance.
It's very intimate too, so it's not this, we want as many people there, but it's not a grand concert.
You want to mingle, you want
Right.
to network, and
Yeah.
you want to say hi to your friends, kind of, yeah, sure. So from the experience point of view, if I come, what do I do for this period of time I'm going to be at the event?
Sure.
You turned it over.
I did. Switched it up on you.
There's another side.
I love
Yes.
it.
Isn't that fun?
So fun.
Yeah. So when you first arrive, you're going to be greeted with a glass of champagne. And then,
I would expect nothing
isn't that
less.
awesome? And then you'll be given the opportunity to get a massage. And then there's also going to be a silent auction, extensive silent auction area where you can just peruse and see what kind of goodies there are. And we're going to have fabulous packages put together from, people in the community, organizations, companies that will provide us with these items.
Like gift packages?
Yeah, gift packages,
Cool.
gift certificates, handbags, I mean, you name it. And it's going to be really nice. And then we're going to have a fabulous, there'll be food available and chocolate, of course. You have to make sure we have
Have you followed
chocolate
through
and
on your
wine.
promise?
Wine. You gotta say it.
Are you sold?
I'm sold.
Yeah.
And then the fashion show, obviously there'll be some introductions and talking about, Women United in general and talking about the Affinity group and how you can be a member. And the fashion show would launch and we would have a great time.
Can I buy fashion?
And then the last thing we do is we actually have a live auction, and we partner with Alaska Airlines, and we give away 4 round-trip tickets.
Those
Whoa.
are
Yes,
always so
that's
fun.
big.
What, to Maui?
No,
No.
anywhere Alaska Airlines flies.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
They go a lot of places.
Yes.
They
So
do.
it's a great,
Yeah.
great partnership. This will be their 3rd year partnering with us. So
Okay, well,
we're
from the
very
beginning
appreciative.
then,
Yes.
Yeah.
So is this going to be bigger? You said 150, but is this going to be bigger? I mean, it sounds really good.
And the hope, I think, every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And when we first started, our dream was really to grow something that we look forward to each year in Hawaii.
Sure.
Yeah, in Hawaii.
Do that. Well, I mean, if you find it's a robust crowd, robust response, and you refine the program, so it's really, really sacco. People are, irresistible. Then, maybe you expand it to a little more, maybe a slightly bigger room, who knows what, every day better. That's our motto here.
That's
Every day
right.
better.
I like
Better.
that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
That's good.
Yeah, so this is going to be good. And I think, it'll teach you how to do other affinity groups
Right.
and other events. And of course, if you did another type of event for another affinity group, it would be different.
Yes.
You'd have to change the menu a little bit, and maybe you wouldn't have a fashion show or have a men's fashion show.
Yeah. No, it's always open. It's definitely always open to always changing. But at the end of the day, it's allowing people to really understand what Aloha United Way does and our initiatives and the Women United branch of it
Do you
all.
talk about Aloha United Way?
Yes.
You get up there and actually tell them if they
Absolutely.
didn't know already what you do?
Yep.
You tell them about your 342 beneficial organizations?
We incorporate it in. We want it to not be a sales event. We really want to, it's more of a soft sell. We want them to know what they're donating their money
So there's
towards.
not a lot of speeches then?
No,
That's
not
good.
a lot of speeches, yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
And you don't do an arm twist on them?
No,
very,
not at
very
all.
soft,
No.
So,
Your wife might do that after she does the fashion show, though, and the actual auction.
There you go.
what do you mean, might?
She'd be like, honey, I want
What's her
that
name?
back. Exactly. I want that auction item.
Yeah. I'm not letting her watch this video.
Here's her invite.
Exactly.
Well, this is great, you guys. You have a great, idea here, well executed, and it sounds like it's a template for other such ideas, and it's worthwhile, on a number of levels. One is it raises the discussion. It raises the notion of an industry. It raises congeniality, and it raises money.
It does.
What could be bad?
There you go.
For a good cause, yeah. Okay, so how far along are you to May? Is it all ready? Is it ready to go? What do you have to do between now and then?
Good question. We just had a meeting today, and we're going through the items that need to be done. event planners know this, there's never a dull moment. We will have, things, activities that we need to get taken care of throughout from now, even beyond the event. But we are definitely confident and comfortable and feeling really excited about the event because we know not only is it building momentum, but excitement, as you can see here.
I could never tell.
That it's going to be amazing. So, we're just excited about it all.
What's the next one? What's your next one for big gifts? I can do another one like this later in the year? What's in June, July, August, whatnot?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
Still needs to be written.
I think let us get through this one
Yeah.
first.
You invite us back.
Yeah. And then
You know, it takes a lot of work to produce an event like this and a lot of support, so.
Yeah, I must say, there's many facets, many sides to Aloha United Way. We've talked with your executives, your staff, we've talked with a significant number of your charitable beneficiaries and their beneficiaries, for that matter.
Right.
We've learned about so much of what you do, but this one is different. This is really at the top level in building a community. So good for you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming down, Emily,
You're welcome.
Jody.
Thank you for
Crystal.
having us.
Yes.
Absolutely. Can we do it again?
Yes,
Thank
next
you.
week.
Of course.
And I should say thank you
Of
for having me.
course.
Aloha, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.